Tails are more than just cute appendages. They're powerful communicators in the animal kingdom. They wag, they twitch, they puff up, all sending out distinct messages that we often miss. From the wagging tail of a dog to the twitching tail of a cat, these body parts are a form of language in the animal world. They communicate everything from happiness to fear, from curiosity to aggression. So, let's dive into this fascinating world of tail talk, with a special focus on our furry friends, dogs, and cats. Stay tuned as we decode the secret language of dog and cat tails. It's not just about wagging. Dog tails speak volumes if you know how to listen. Let's dive into the fascinating world of dog tail talk. You see, dogs use their tails to express a wide range of emotions and intentions. It's like their own Morse code, but instead of dots and dashes, they use wags, droops, and stiff tail positions. Let's start with the classic wag. A wagging tail is generally a good sign, indicating a happy, excited dog. But not all wags are created equal. For instance, a slow wag with a relaxed body typically means your dog is content and at ease. But a fast wag with rigid body language could mean your dog is alert and potentially agitated. Now, what about a drooping tail? If your dog's tail is hanging low, it could mean they're feeling a bit under the weather or maybe even scared. It's a sign of submission and vulnerability, a way for dogs to show they mean no harm. But then there's the stiff tail, standing straight up or out. This is a dog's way of signaling dominance or aggression. It's like a flag of defiance, a clear message to others to back off. Different breeds also have different tail messages. For instance, a greyhound's tail is naturally low, so don't mistake that for fear or sickness. On the other hand, an Akita's tail, which curls over its back, doesn't droop when it's scared or submissive. Instead, it uncurls and hangs straight down. So you see, decoding dog tail movements is all about understanding the context, the breed, and the overall body language. It's a complex language, but with a bit of observation and understanding, we can start to hear what our furry friends are trying to tell us. So next time, pay attention to your dog's tail. It might just be trying to tell you something. Scene script. Cats, the mysterious creatures they are, use their tails to convey a whole range of emotions. Dive deep into the world of feline communication and you'll find an intricate language of tail movements, each with its own unique meaning. Unlike their canine counterparts, cats communicate in a more subtle, nuanced way. The flick of a tail, the curve of a tail, even the fluffiness of a tail, all these are part of the feline code. Let's start with a twitching tail. A twitching tail is a clear sign of excitement or agitation. If your cat's tail is twitching rapidly, it might be because they are watching a bird through the window or they are simply in a playful mood. Moving on to a puffed up tail. If you've ever seen a cat with its tail all puffed up, looking like a bottle brush, you know they're either scared or agitated. This is a defensive mechanism, a way for them to appear larger and more intimidating to potential threats. Now, if a cat's tail is wrapped around another cat or even around your leg, it's a sign of affection. Just like humans hold hands, cats wrap tails. It's a sweet gesture showing trust and companionship. But what about a tail that's tucked away? A tucked tail is a clear sign of fear or submission. It's a cat's way of making themselves smaller, less noticeable. And then there's the upright tail, a cheerful greeting in the feline world. If your cat approaches you with its tail held high, it's their way of saying, "Hello, friend." But remember, while these tail movements are common indicators of a cat's feelings, every cat is unique. Some may be more expressive with their tails than others. It's all about getting to know your feline friend and understanding their individual language. Decoding the feline tail code can help us understand our cats better and build stronger bonds with them. After all, isn't that what we all want? To connect with our pets on a deeper level, to understand their needs, their fears, their joys. And in doing so, we become better caretakers, better friends. Think you've got the tail talk down? Let's put that knowledge to the test. Here are a few quick questions to see how well you've been paying attention. Question 1. What does it mean when a dog's tail is wagging in a relaxed manner? Is it A, excitement, B, fear, or C, contentment? Moving on to question 2. If a cat's tail is puffed up and standing straight, is it signaling A, aggression, B, playfulness, or C, fear? And lastly, question 3. When a dog holds its tail low and slightly between its legs, Is it A, showing dominance, B, showing submission, or C, ready to play? Take a moment to ponder these questions. How confident are you with your answers? How did you do? Remember, understanding your pet's tail language takes time and practice. To delve deeper into tail communication, we've got some expert insights for you. We sat down with renowned animal behavior specialist, Dr. Jane Goodpaw, who has spent over 2 decades studying the language of tails. Dr. Goodpaw emphasizes that tail communication is a fundamental aspect of animal behavior. She explains, animals can't use words like we do, so they've developed other ways to express themselves. Tails are a key part of this communication system. For dogs, tail wagging is a clear sign of their emotional state. A relaxed, wagging tail often means a dog is happy and comfortable. However, if the tail is stiff and pointed upwards, it could indicate that the dog is agitated or alert. When it comes to cats, their tail language can be a bit more complex. A cat's tail is like a mood barometer, Dr. Goodpaw tells us. A tail held high is a sign of confidence, while a tail tucked between the legs shows fear. And a twitching or thrashing tail? That's cat speak for irritation or excitement. Dr. Goodpaw reminds us that understanding these signals is crucial for pet owners. It helps us better understand our pet's needs and emotions and allows us to respond appropriately, she says. This can lead to a happier, healthier pet and a stronger bond between human and animal. Understanding tail language is not just fascinating, it's essential to a happy and healthy pet. Let's hear from some pet owners who've had interesting experiences with tail communication. Take Jenna, for instance, mother to a 3-year-old golden retriever named Max. Jenna noticed that Max's tail would wag more vigorously to the right whenever she returned home. After some research, she found out that dogs often wag their tails to the right when they're particularly happy. Then there's Tom, a cat parent who observed that his feline companion, Whiskers, would puff up her tail like a pipe cleaner during their playtime. It turns out this was Whiskers' way of saying she was excited and ready for action. And who could forget the story of Lisa and her corgi Daisy? Daisy's low, sweeping tail wags were a clear sign of her relaxed and contented demeanor. These stories show how enriching it can be to understand your pet's tail language. So we've taken a fun journey into the world of tail communication. We've discovered that a wagging tail isn't just a sign of a happy dog, but it could also mean they're nervous or excited. And remember, a low, tucked tail often signals fear or submission. On the other hand, we've learned that our feline friends have a more complex tail language. A straight-up tail is a happy cat, while a puffed-up tail is a sign of fear or aggression. And let's not forget the subtle twitch at the end of a cat's tail indicating concentration or curiosity. We'd love to hear about your own experiences. Have you noticed any unique tail movements from your pets? Share your stories in the comments below. Remember, every tail wag or twitch is a conversation, so keep an eye on those tails. And don't forget to subscribe for more episodes on decoding animal behaviors.